I wanted to do a poem for this week's midweek poetry break connected to our country's upcoming Semiquincentennial, and I found one by Gould Fletcher, a fellow native Arkansan, written about one of our most admirable presidents, Abraham Lincoln. He wrote it 51 years after Lincoln's death. So it's published in an Imagist anthology in 1917, written in 1916. It's titled Lincoln. 1. Like a gaunt, scraggly pine which lifts its head above the mournful sandhills and patiently, through dull years of bitter silence, untended and uncared for, starts to grow. Ungainly, laboring, huge, the wind of the north has twisted and gnarled its branches, yet in the heat of midsummer days, when thunder clouds ring the horizon, a nation of men shall rest beneath its shade. And it shall protect them all, hold everyone safe there, watching aloof in silence, until at last one mad stray bolt from the zenith shall strike it in an instant down to earth. 2. There was a darkness in this man, an immense and hollow darkness, of which we may not speak, nor share with him, nor enter. A darkness through which strong roots stretch downwards into the earth towards old things, towards the herdman kings who walked the earth and spoke with God, towards the wanderers who sought for they knew not what and found their goal at last, towards the men who waited, only waited, patiently when all seemed lost, many bitter winters of defeat. Down to the granite of patience these roots swept, knotted, fibrous roots, prying, piercing, seeking, and drew from the living rock and the living waters about it the red sap to carry upwards to the sun. Not proud, but humble, only to serve and pass on, to endure to the end through service. For the axe is laid at the roots of the trees, and all that bring forth not good fruit shall be cut down on the day to come and cast into the fire. 3. There is a silence abroad in the land today, and in the hearts of men a deep and anxious silence. And because we are still at last, those bronze lips slowly open, those hollow and weary eyes take on a gleam of light. Slowly, a patient, firm-syllabled voice cuts through the endless silence, like laboring oxen that drag a plow through the chaos of rude clay fields. I went forward as the light goes forward in early spring, but there were also many things which I left behind. Tombs that were quiet, one of a mother whose brief light went out in the darkness, one of a loved one, the snow on whose grave is long falling, one only of a child, but it was mine. Have you forgot your graves? Go, question them in anguish, listen long to their unstirred lips. From your hostages to silence, learn there is no life without death, no dawn without sunsetting, no victory but to him who has given all. 4. The clamor of cannon dies down, the furnace mouth of the battle is silent. The midwinter sun dips and descends, the earth takes on afresh its bright colors. But he whom we mocked and obeyed not, he whom we scorned and mistrusted, he has descended like a god to his rest. Over the uproar of cities, over the million intricate threads of life wavering and crossing, in the midst of problems we know not, tangling, perplexing, ensnaring, rises one white tomb alone. Beam over it, stars, wrap it round, stripes, stripes red for the pain that he bore for you. Enfold it forever, O flag, rent, soiled, but repaired through your anguish. Long as you keep him there safe, the nations shall bow to your law. Strew over him flowers, blue forget-me-nots from the north, and the bright pink arbutus from the east, and from the west rich orange blossom, and from the heart of the land take the passion flower, rayed, violet, dim, with the nails that pierced the cross that he bore and the circlet, and beside it there lay also one lonely snow-white magnolia, bitter for remembrance of the healing which has passed. That's a poem by Gould Fletcher for the Midweek Poetry Break.